Alrighty, here we go. Hey there, everybody. It's the Nasty One here again, and welcome back to the next episode of the Randomized franchise Redux rebuild here in Super Mega Baseball 4. Year number 5 here in the Green Nachos League, and we are coming to the end of year number 2 here in control of the Furry Flyers. Last episode, for those of you who got to watch it live, the Furry Flyers won their first title in franchise history as we swept the Toucans 4-3 in Game 1 in the pitcher's duel, and then we held on to win 8-6 despite a late Toucans charge in Game 2 to sweep them as we went undefeated in the playoffs and didn't run into any issues whatsoever throughout. Although the Toucans, they did put up a hell of a fight. They were our toughest competition in the playoffs. They just were not good enough. And this is the first time in this league's existence that the Thumpers have not won a championship. We are the first different winner of a title in this league. Yes! But fun fact, all teams that have won a title have been managed by me or GM'd by me at one point in time. So with that being said, we're heading into the offseason today. We're going to try and keep this team together. Let's take a look at the roster here moving forward. So based on what I saw in the season, I think Swing Mustard is basically capped at his potential right now. He dropped off massively from our first year in control. He went from MVP, falling just short of the Triple Crown, to, he hit only 292 compared to 440. That's nothing to sneeze at, but it's not what he was doing. And his power numbers were cut dramatically in half. Like, he dropped 11 RBIs, and his power numbers were cut down by 5. So he's starting to show that he's not as good as he used to be. He is getting worse, statistically speaking. Lilith McDonald was a solid backup catcher, as always. Atlas good. He had a bit of a down year, I think, but he actually managed to get his average right back to where it was. RBIs did take a little bit of a hit. Home runs also went down a little bit for him as well, but he's still a solid first baseman. Him and Mustard are like two of the 4 OGs left on this roster, so we have to treat them with some respect around here. Hefty Elliott, solid year as the backup. He did really well. Aisha Kibbutz had a fantastic rookie season. Had Mimi Barneswobble not existed, Aisha Kibbutz is probably your rookie of the year. Barneswobble, of course, came a few RBIs shy of the Triple Crown, so she's not going anywhere. Gustavo Mess was a massive disappointment. Probably could free up his roster spot for somebody else, a solid backup that we could use instead of a guy who went hitless all season, including the playoffs. Gig'em Hamilton, career resurging year for him as he went from 102 to 306. Actually hit home runs this year, and he actually drove in some runs. It was awesome to see. And he got to do it against his division rivals, his former team, the Leather Wings, as well, because they're one of our division rivals. So it was a nice season for him. Guy Dealer, solid defensive backup. Wouldn't have him any other way. Lily Peterson, not as good as she was in her rookie campaign, but solidly passable, especially for only a pure contact hitter. She's not going to hit a lot of home runs. She's not going to drive in a lot of runs. She's your table setter. She gets on base, you score her because she's fast. Xander Kerr, he definitely dropped off a little bit this season. Average did go up from his first year, but power numbers did go down slightly. He is now over 30. He's starting to show signs of early regression. RBI total went down as well. To be fair, we didn't score as many runs as we did last season, but still, it might be time to move on from Xander, not going to lie. I mean, now it's going to be 32 next year, so this is probably as good as it gets for him. Bradley Stark, he was a horrible disappointment this year. Even in the playoffs, he at least hit over 200 in the playoffs, but still, he just could not get anything going for him, and I'm open to replacing him if the right player is available. Julian Chernley, fantastic rookie campaign. He stepped up when the opportunities given to him compared to Stark, and he actually cashed in on him. Justin Marshall, solid once again. The ace, he's not going anywhere. The dude is just, he's dependable. He goes out there, he gives you everything he's got all the time. Dude is consistent. Mike Asiago, another great year for Mike. He's won a championship in all 3 years he's been in the league, both 2 with the Thumpers and 1 with us now, and this was his best statistic year, I believe, so good job, Mikey. Arias was again solid. She went out there, did her job, came back, gave us some quality innings, but I think it might be time to move on from her. She's going to be 35 next year. Regression is going to start to show up. I bet you it's going to be showing up next season, so I think it might be time to move on from Clarissa. Jaden Mayer was a disappointment. He didn't do anything, and he's not exactly the youngest guy. As a B overall, maybe we look to replace him as well at the back end of the rotation. Ollie Lim, solid rookie year. What more can I say? Long reliever, gave us everything he had. Box Richards, he started off poor, managed to get his ERA down under 4. It wasn't as low as it has been in the past, but he's been a consistent reliever, and he's still at the top of his game technically, even though regression has started to show up here for him. So we might keep him around because he is an anchor at the back end of the bullpen. Dana Dantas, another good year for Dana. ERA went down this year. Strikeouts went up, or are still the same, actually. Not as many innings pitched because we didn't rely on her as much, but she did get 4 saves, so that's a good plus there. Raymond Benson, career year. Best year he's had ever in his career. Like, dude, gave up 1 earned run the entire season. Like, that's amazing. And he pitched 3 times the amount of innings he had the year before. So, dude is coming into his own. Lando Benitez, solid rookie campaign. I'm not going to complain. Average ERA, what do you expect from a C+ overall? He's only 20. He's got a lot of room to grow. I think he's a solid piece. All right, let's jump into the offseason. So my plan here is going to try to resign everybody now and then look to replace them in the offseason, knowing how much money we have and wanting to free up money here at certain places. So who is willing to come back as of right now? Atlas Good wants to stick around. That's perfect. He's still under his evaluation, so we'll keep him. Let's see. Xander Kerr, he does want to stick around, but he's being overpaid. So we are going to look to replace him, because that is $1 million overpayment. That's starting to get to be sizable, if you know what I mean. Moving around, Julian Chernley, solid. He's 100% on board. I love it, and he's under his valuation. Asiago, right at his valuation, and he is 100% on board. Love it. Jaden Mayer wants to come back. I'm looking to replace him. Arias, I'm going to have to overpay massively to get to come back, so I'm just going to cut her now. And I'm coming back to her, actually. We're doing it in order by percentages. 99%. Next up's Hamilton. Oh, yeah. Current salary, please. I don't want to put out any more money than I have to here. This is 99%. Perfect. Thank you, Gingham. Appreciate it. Career year for you, buddy. 99% Kaboots. 100% on board. She's under her valuation. Perfect. 99%er. We're good. All right. Let's go. There's always that little thought in the back of my mind. All right, next up is, let's see, Swing Mustard, 98%. He is under his valuation. He does want to go up in money. But with his numbers going down, I'm not going to offer him any more money. He's just going to have to take what I give him. And he did. Okay, but we are still shopping around to potentially replace him. Keep that in mind. Next up is Hefty Elliott, $5 million. He wants 5.4. It's worth 6.1. Offer what we got. 98%er. And the roll goes. All right, let's go. All right, next up, 98%. That's it. Now 97s. That would be Box Richards. He is starting to regress, so I'm going to keep him where he's at because he is going to continue to go down in value with him being 30 next year. Yep, that's what I thought. Ollie Lim up next, the rookie. Solid year for him. Offer him what I got for you, buddy. Take it or leave it. Hey, all right, 97er. Okay, next up. No more 97s. Next up's 94. That's Guy Dealer. 7.3. I'm offering you 7.3. Let's see. 94. We're in there. All right. Nice job, Guy. Nice defensive backup. I love having him on the roster. Justin Marshall. He's worth 12.9. He's making 11.5. I ain't offering you any more money, Justin. Take it or leave it. 94%er. And we in there. All right. All right, and Benson up next. He wants 5.8. He's worth 6. I'm making 5.1. I'm keeping you at 5.1. Raymond, get up to a B overall, and then I'll increase your pay. Hey, we're in there, 94. All right, next up's 91%. That is Peterson and Benitez. I'm keeping Benitez where he is because he's only worth 4.5, and I'm offering him 4.4. It's because his loyalty is a little bit lower, but he does take it, thank God. Need to get his loyalty up. Peterson has max loyalty, but she thinks she's worth more. She wants 7.5. She's making 6.6. She's worth 8.2. I could give her the pay increase here, but I'm going to roll this. 91%. This should roll in our favor, and it does. All right, let's go. All right, now we start getting into the trouble areas. 88% for Gustavo. I want to get rid of him. I'm offering you what you're making now. If you run away, you run away. He took it. He's a smart man, but we're still looking to replace him. Barnes wobbles up next, 86%. Okay, now we're starting to get a little itty-gritty here. 15.5. She's making 13.7. She's worth once 14.8. This is the one exception to who I will pay. Like, you have almost the triple crown in your bag as a rookie. With those traits, those ratings, you will have all the money in the world. You may have that. Lilith MacDonald up next, backup catcher, 75%. This is a 3/4 roll. We're going to risk it because she's trying to ask for more than she's worth. 60 loyalty. This might bite us. It did. Okay, so Lilith is out. So I will look to bring Lilith back. She's a solid backup catcher to have with her ratings, defensively speaking, and she's got a good hitting trait as well. Plus the contact's nothing to sneeze at, so I would love to have her back. She's a good complement to Mustard, who can't field, but he can hit, whereas she can field, but is not as good, complete of a hitter. Next up is Dawn Toss at 64%. We're going to have to pay her, aren't we? Probably. I think I can get her cheaper in the market. Yeah, because she's asking more than she's worth. We're rolling this. 64%, I expect her to walk. Really? Okay, Dana. All right, 2 left. Arias at 19%. I'm going to have to overpay her if she wants to stick around. I'm just going to let her walk because this isn't worth risking it. And then Bradley Stark, 0%. I'd have to overpay him massively. He's walking too. Okay. All right, so that's 3 roster spots open as of right now with more to possibly replace moving forward. Let's go. All right. Retiring, Josiah Blacksmith from the Toucans, who we knocked out in the finals, the long reliever. Outfielder Nickel O'Neill, a familiar face to us. He was on the Tramplers, division rival. He is no longer retired. Former Furry Flyer, let's give a round of applause here. Killer Duffy has hung him up at age 40. Go ahead, Killer. Go get you somebody. Solid man at the bottom of the rotation. I'm sorry we had to rough you up this year. And then Amari Fletcher also retires. Okay, so that's 3 pitchers and an outfielder. Only 4 notable retirements. Top free agents, Juliet Hoover, Eduardo Weaver, Kat Floral, who was on the... I believe she was on the Toucans. I believe she was their ace. Dolly McGribbons, Bridget Snyder, and Skylar Driver. Okay. All right, let us look at the players we are looking to target here. First things first, catcher. So obviously we are shopping around to potentially replace... Oh my God, that is the unicorn, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we're looking for. Silas Mason. Well-rounded player, even across the board. Oh, that's money. That's money right there. Oh, Shane! No, Shane! The captain of the Thumpers is no longer there. And McIntosh is in the free agent pool as well. Oh, no. What happened? They fell apart. Well, Jolie would also be a welcome addition to the roster. I mean, she's worth more money, but, I mean, she's good. For old time's sake, Shane, I gotta star you. I'm not signing you, but for old time's sake, buddy. And Lilith is down here. Obviously, we want her back. She's a great backup defensive-minded catcher. Archibald Harvey would also act in the same vein as her, although he's probably going to get signed here really quickly, so we're going to take him off. There is Piper Villa, 24-year-old. He is a good defensive catcher with a great arm behind the plate. He also has the Steeler trait, which would be bumped up to Tier 3. There's Finley Fitzgerald. Injury prone is a big no for a catcher. That's like a big yikes. He's basically a glorified DH. Hardy Snell, solid fielder, but he has no arm. Ace Exterminator is really good, though, but that's a pass from me, unfortunately. It's just not enticing enough, and quick instigate, he's basically nothing. So anybody else who would suffice as a good backup fielding catcher? Plows doesn't have the arm to fit that vein. Villa is good. That's it. It's just those 3. All right, moving to first base. I'm not making any roster moves at first base. Atlas Good is still solid. Plus, he's one of the roster OGs. Raymond McLong. Oh, my God. Cashton Nomskull's in the free agent pool. Oh, my God. That's 3 thumpers right there. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Ah. DH. right there. Raymond McLongthorpe. He also could pass as a starting first baseman. I'm appreciating the name. I'm not signing him. Oh my God, that is amazing. There's your first base that's a DH. Colin Reeves doing his best David Ortiz impersonation. I just want to see if there's anyone else out here. Oh my God. Well, moving down to second base, there's Chess Hicks again. Shocking. Hector Lowe's a free agent. I'm not making any moves. I'm just peeking at the options available to us. We do not have a backup second baseman. I could get rid of Gustavo Mess, but I do have Guy Dealer who plays short and second pretty well. Still, wouldn't mind having another third baseman or second baseman on the roster, like an actual person who plays second base as their primary. I wouldn't mind that. Oh, that's not what I wanted. There we go. That's what I wanted. Oh, man. That's Jolie. I'm so sorry. That's just amazing. The Thumpers are falling apart. They're going to look like the team that I don't recognize. Yeah, because Nomskull's out here, too. We saw Shane Cruz. The Bash Blonde number 3 is gone. All the Bash Blondes are no longer on the roster. Heather Mann, not a backup. Bingo Anubis, backup, and can play third base. You have my interest, sir. Wesley Mullins, okay. I don't need a third baseman, but I would like a backup. Ivana McMaster still has not retired. Tristan Cantu, original Thumper. Kaysen Tirehead, can't field. That's a turnoff for me, sorry. Also not backup quality. Donnie Rasmussen, Slowpoke and Wild Thrower is a turnoff there. Luther Coleman, that's a backup right there. Good fielder. Doesn't have the best arm, but great power hitter off the bench. I like that. Tyrone Kirk, utility infielder. Okay, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Your arm's a little weak, though, Kirk. That's going to hold me back probably from signing you. Marlon Walls is out here still. Maeve Turtles. Nah, can't field. Hope Christian. Traits are decent. Fastball hitter, magic hands. Magic hands are great. Can play third and first. Okay, you have my interest. Shortstop, not making any moves. I'm just peeking at what's available. Smash Lafayette. Nice. Skylar Driver, Tanner Field, Baca Lee, Hurls, Nelson, Fox Good is out here. Miriam Martinelli's out here. Okay, Juliet Park, Lando Benjamin, young guy. Would be a Dealer replacement. Cannon Arm at shortstop. Ooh, that'd be good. Steeler, solid. I like it, but I like Dealer better. He's more established here in the league at this rate. Let me compare, actually. Dealer, where are you? Comparison. Extra power to Benjamin. Contact's equivocally the same. Speed is basically the same. Fielding is way down, though. And he's not Guy Dealer. Guy Dealer brings a lot more to the table for me. Zane Ballard, Grant Tucker. Okay, you have my interest now. Tucker can field. He's a decent arm, too, at shortstop. Young guy, could develop, but not what I'm looking for. Left field. Who's in left field? That is Peterson. I'm not looking to replace her. Look, Nicholas Gallagher is out there, though. Ramon Whitehead. Another Thumper. Ramon Whitehead. They finally pulled the trigger, those crazy bastards. Wow. Wow. My God. I tell you what, boys, it's interesting. It's an interesting time to be alive. Pax Martinelli. I wonder if he's related to Merriam. Let me look at Merriam here. Potentially could be related. Could be your younger brother. Okay. Pax Martinelli, eh? Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Grouse, O'Brien, Weston Ryu, Brickley Bush, Amir Garrett, Dastardly Khan, Bonilla, and Bean. Okay. All right, let's move to center field. Okay, so now center field, we are considering replacing Xander Kerr, so I will take a look at what is out here. There is Remus Velasquez, but he's the same age as Xander. Xander's, I think, 32 now, maybe 31. So he's older than Velasquez. They're basically at their peaks, basically. They're equivocally the same overall as well. I think Kerr is just Just below an A overall at a high A minus. Velasquez is an established A. Fisher Rivers, 28. We're not getting a whole lot younger, but he's a great, well-rounded player. Utility and durable are solid as well. He can play at all the outfield positions. Julia Maloney, 31, same thing at the peak. Adriana Grant, Braden Macias, Eden Barnett, Asher Winkelson, Adriel Greer, Axe Trejo, 24. He's the youngest one we've seen so far. The only other one who compares is Rivers. Benson Lowe, that's way too low rated. Too many holes. Beefley Buckley, Bingo Coffee. Oh my God. He's gotten up to an A+. Good for Bingo. Nice. You know what? I'm open to a little bit of a reunion here, Bingo. What say you want to come over and hit some dingers for us this year? Black Special. Bradley Stark is actually the third best outfielder on this list. Okay. Nathaniel Clay, solid player. Kind of at his peak, though, at 29. Still, can't ignore it. Flavio Vasquez, former Furry Flyer. Navarro is too low rated to be a starter. There's not a lot of right fielders out here. There's Alfaro, Stevenson, Walls, Nixon, Rago, Booker, Kahn. Yeah, there's not a lot out here, guys, for right field. So it looks like we could be bringing Stark back. We could also substitute him for Nathaniel Clay. Bingo Coffee would also be a suitable replacement for me, even though he's a little bit higher rated. It's going to cost a little bit of money to go get him. I am open to the conversation. We will not be replacing Xander Kerr this season. There are no good center fielders to replace him with that aren't expensive as shit or around the same age as him. And the youngest one is just way too far of a drop-off in quality for me to consider. Trejo is a solid player, don't get me wrong, but Xander Kerr is one of our better players. He's an A-. He's like the 4th or 5th best player on the roster as is. Maybe 6th or 7th. I think he's 6th, actually, because let's see. Good is above him. Mustard is technically the same level. Marshall is above him. Richards is above him as well. So he's like the 5th best player on the roster. That is too far of a drop-off for me. So I'm sorry, Trejo. Maybe if you were a B+, I would consider it. But as a B, too far of a drop-off. And Benson Lowe is a B, and he's just got too many holes in his game. So, no. So Kerr is safe. He will be sticking around. So looking at the offensive side of things, still, we are open to replacing Mustard. There are options. We are looking to get McDonald back, but there are also younger options as well that could fill her role, unfortunately without Cannon Arm. Good is safe. Elliott, Kaboots, Barnswobble, they're safe. I'm definitely looking to get rid of Mess. Hamilton is safe. Dealer is good for now as well. Peterson's sticking around. Kerr, he's safe because there's nothing available. Bradley Stark may be coming back because there's only 2 other options, and he's actually the cheapest. So he might just stick around, and he can prove it to me in his 2nd year. Moving to pitching side of things now. We have yet to get that far, actually, and we're 20 minutes in. Oh, geez, I better speed this up. Moving to pitching. I don't want to lose anybody here. So we're looking for 2 starters. Obviously, Arias is off the roster right now, and then we also are looking to get rid of Jaden Mayer. Mike Asiago and our ace, Justin Marshall, are safe. They are not going anywhere. Youngest option right now at the top of the list is Kat Floral at 23. She's going to be worth $17 million. That's money I don't have. Skylar Maynard, 21-year-old. He's going to be worth $10.5 million. He is a flamethrower with elite four-seamer. He has 5 pitches. Solid mix. I don't need an A-, though. Mike is borderline A-. Justin Marshall is A-. I believe he's A-tier, actually. Yeah, he's A-tier, so we don't necessarily need Skylar Maynard. I will star him, but he's not our top target. Moving down to B+, there is Imogen Hines. Another former Thumper, I believe. Yep, Thumpers let her go, too. Wow. They're just letting everybody walk away here. She's a solid option. She could definitely drop in to replace Arias. Arias, yeah, she's actually cheaper than Arias, so I could definitely see myself going and getting Hines. Good velocity, average junk, average accuracy, but she does get composed in 3-ball counts. She has elite changeup. Like, she has moves. So, anyone else? There is Piper Trampleson. She's gotten rid of Choker. She's actually progressed really well here in the series. Original Thumper player on the Leatherwings last couple years. She's pitched elite level both years. Okay, Piper. I'd be open to a reunion, even though you are 28. Lee Bellamy. 8-9. Decent. Javier Strudley. I'm liking what you're throwing down here. I like what I see. Let's see. We got Derek Stevens. He'd be a solid number 4. He's definitely younger than frickin' what's-his-face. Hudson McBenney. Walk prone is scary, but accuracy's solid. It's in a good starting spot. I like that. Okay. I can work around the walk prone trait. I can work with this. And after him, there's just a huge drop-off in pitchers. Fowler Sandoval is still here. This man is freaking kicking it still. Hey, Tom McKenzie. All right. Gunnar Malone. Average across the board. He's 31. I would rather have Mayer. Mayer is higher upside. Anybody else? I think that's it. There is Lee Bellamy. Walk prone scares me with him. Although his accuracy is better than McBenney's. So I can consider Bellamy. He's not my favorite target, but I can consider him. Darth McGillies is a no, 29. Hines is 25, yeah. Okay, all right. I like what I'm seeing so far. And then in the bullpen, I think we need to get... I don't think we have any holes in the bullpen. Are there any openings? No. Everyone's still here. I'm happy with our bullpen the way it is. So we're good. Let's sum up the first couple rounds here. Nobody in round 1. Nobody in round 2. Nobody in round 3. I'm surprised Harvey's not gone yet. 4, nothing. 5, nothing. 6, nothing. Okay, now I'm getting scared. Nothing in 7. All right, the first move is made in round 8. It is long reliever Juliet Hoover, the S tier. She's picked up by the Bird Lizards. Okay, 18.7 mil. Round 9, nobody, and round 10, also nobody. Okay, so let's have a look. Players we're looking at here. So McIntosh is down to 12.8, not quite at her price point yet. Mason at 11.3, not there yet. Same thing with Cruz, big old Shane. Lilith McDonald. Piper Villa, oh yeah. Looking good. Nobody's at their price point yet, so we're good to sim a few more rounds. Bingo Anubis, 5.2. Oh, he's 5.3. He's actually below his price point. He's still going to cost more than Gustavo Mess because of how low-rated Gustavo Mess is. But and he's got Tough Out. Ooh, Tough Out's a good trait, though. He's not a hitter. He's definitely a defensive sub late in games, so we would lose our pinch hitter off the bench. Who does that leave on the bench? Hefty Elliott's a good power hitter, pinch hitter. Guy Dealer's a defensive sub most of the time, but he could be a bench bat pinch hitter. Peterson's a good contact back to pinch hit if she's not playing. Same with Chernley. And then there's the catcher position, obviously, that's not filled yet. I'm okay with sacrificing Gustavo Mess because he's still too low-rated for his traits to actually have any effect on the game as it is. We are going to end up paying money here. But this does cover the loss of Arias with the competitive move, so that's good. I'm okay with this. We are going to get Scholarly back up to Tier 2, so don't worry about that. We are keeping that in mind moving forward. Swing is what? Competitive? Perfect. All right, so let's replace Gustavo here. I think this is probably a better move for us. We're going to get younger. We're going to get a more competent bench player off the bench, so we do have to spend a little bit of money, but that's fine. It's worth it. I was actually surprised he fell down as low as he did, but I'm not taking any risks with it. He's below his price point. Let's take it. That's a sign. And I think he's going to bring more to the table than Coleman and Kirk. I mean, Coleman is basically Hefty Elliott without being able to play the entire infield. He can only play third and short. Plus, he doesn't have the best arm. And then Tyrone Kirk, he's basically he's more of a complete hitter than Elliott, but doesn't offer much off the bench, so he's not worth it either. Hope Christian, same thing. The traits are good, but she's just too low rated to help out, so... Alright, we're good there. Alright, moving to right field. Nobody's at their price point yet. I expect Bingo Coffee to go soon, probably. But for right now, I think we're okay with advancing maybe 1 or 2 more weeks, and then we'll see what happens. Moving to pitching. Skylar Maynard is at 11.3. Hines is at 9.5. Trampleson is at 10. Bellamy at 9.4. Strudley at 10.2. Stevens at 8.2 and 8.4. So no one is at their price point yet for the starting rotation. And I'm not looking at any bullpen pitchers, so we're good. We can go up another round. One other move was made. The Cat Floro has picked up the former... Toucan starter. She's going to the Dive Bombers, a division rival. Alright, what do we got? Ooh, a couple moves. Okay, Weaver to the Nocturnals, Figueroa to the Below Zeros, Newton to the Below Zeros, and McGribbons to the Trackers. Okay, so A+, A+, A+. Okay. Getting to the nitty-gritty here. So a couple high-level players are going. Jolie's 0.3, Mason's 0.2, Cruz is 0.3, 0.3 on MacDonald, 0.2 on Villa. Only thing left is right field. Where are we here? Bingo's at 15.6. He's almost there. Stark is almost there as well. He's literally 0.1 above. And then Clay is at his price point. Okay. I can sacrifice Stark because there's not a lot of discipline traits on the roster, so I can drop him to go get someone like Bingo Coffee. That would put 2 discipline traits on the roster, though. Damn it. Clay is another spirited player. There's not a lot of spirited traits on the roster, so signing him doesn't make a lick of difference either. Honestly, I can sign any of them. It doesn't affect the chemistry too much. Really, it's the catching thing that's going to make a difference. Lilith is spirited, obviously, so if we sign Villa for MacDonald... no difference. If we sign Cruz, that gets Scully back to tier 2. Same thing with McIntosh compared to Mustard. If we compare to Jolie to Swing, what are we looking at here? So comparing their hitting ratings, McIntosh has more power. He has a lot more contact. She is faster. She is a better fielder, and she has a better arm. I'm thinking Jolie is the right way to go here. Plus, she gives us another extra outfield slot as well. Because if you remember, Jolie McIntosh can play the entire outfield as well. I think she used to have utility. Maybe not. Maybe I'm making that up. But she's a solid player. She can competently play the outfield with the fielding penalty still attached. So she's a solid person to sign, and that would give us another spirited trait as well, which I know we do like. Oh, this is tough. Do I go away from Swing Mustard and go get McIntosh instead? I don't know. This is tough. Mason would obviously... Oh, dude, this guy's just... He's so freaking good, though. I'm not making a move yet. I'm going to wait. We're going to see. Obviously, if we miss on all these high-caliber guys, we will keep Swing Mustard. I just want to point that out there. Maynard's almost there. Hines is literally almost there as well. Trampleson is almost there. Bellamy, same thing. Strudley, same thing. Stevens and McBenney. Ooh, Stevens has lead curveball. Nice. And he's crafty. Oh, you spoil me. McBenney's spirited. Okay. All right, let's go one more round. Oh, here we go. There's Maynard, Coffee. Shot, no surprise. Both of them to the champs. Okay. Champs are getting hot. They also get Weiss, okay. Nocturnals to Snyder. Below zeros get Crosby, okay. Rosas to the Champs. Chris Klein to the False Knights. Driver to the Riddles. Mullins to the Bird Lizards, okay. That was a big round for a lot of teams. They made some moves. So they did go after the A- pitchers like I expected them to. They did not, however, go after the A- catchers. They only took Crosby, who was an A, I believe. Mason is still here. If we compare Mason to Mustard, what are we getting? We're saving money. We get younger. Better speed, better fielding, better arm. Big drop-off in contact. Slight drop-off in power, but a more well-rounded player. And Mustard has shown to have the holes in his game, even though he does have Tier 3 Mind Gamer. Mason is basically a blank slate, and it puts our scholarly traits back at Tier 2. We do have quite a bit of them. Shane Cruz does the same thing. But we save a lot more money with him, and I would love to reunite with our former Thumpers captain. But I think he's going to drop a little bit more in price because he is older, remember that, and he is going to regress probably. Moving down to the backups, I'm thinking it might be time to move on from McDonald. She has great traits, don't get me wrong, but Via is cheaper and we would save more money this way. We're not losing anything chemistry-wise, we're just losing Rally Starter and Cannon Arm, which is unfortunate, but Via's arm is actually stronger without the Cannon Arm on McDonald. That's why McDonald was such a great defensive catcher, was because she had Cannon Arm and she would throw out the base runners. Pardon me. And Rally Starter is a really good trait as well, but very rarely did we ever play from behind. We were almost always tied or ahead. So her trait is kind of useless. At least for a team of our caliber. So I think Via is the smarter option here. So I think we go get Piper. Bring him in. This is going to be a backup role here. It's going to increase our hitting. Bit of a trade-off, but I think this is the right move here. I think we get younger. Have a nice guy waiting in the wings. And then I honestly think we go get McIntosh. I'm not going to lie. We either go get McIntosh or Mason. I'm really thinking we move on from Swing Mustard, which sucks because he's an original member of the roster. But at the same time, I think it's time to move on. Like, it just feels right. Like, we got him a ring. That's what he's stuck around for. But there's just so many holes in his game that we kind of need a more competent primary catcher who can actually field the damn ball. I love McIntosh, but I think she's too expensive. I really do. And I love Shane Cruz. Don't get me wrong. This is a nostalgia pick. That's the only reason he's still starred. But we got to play this smart. We are a team on the up. We're looking to defend the title, and we know Cruz is going to regress sooner rather than later. McIntosh is 27. Mason is only 22. So I think we get Silas Mason here. I think that's the smart play. Sorry, Swing. We got you the title like you wanted, brother. You're an OG. And we'll always remember you as one of the OGs of this roster, but it's time to move on, buddy. It's time to get younger. Goodbye, Swing. And we are going to go ahead and star him. So that way we see where he goes. Obviously, Lilith is going to stay starred as well. Good at first base. Let's move down to the right fielders here. So Stark is below his price point. He's at 9.8. Clay is at 10.2. He's under his price point. It's between these two for me. Special's too old. We know he's going to get worse. He's being propped up by his contact rating. Once that goes down, he's going to regress and hit a rock. He's going to hit rock bottom fast. So we get Clay, more complete hitter. Stark is faster. Clay's a better fielder. Stark is a much better arm. Honestly, I think despite his struggles, I think Stark is the move here. I think going to get him is going to be the difference. Shame we're going to have to pay him so much money, but at the same time, I think it's smart. I don't want to go down as far as to go get Navarro. And maybe Clay is the right answer. I don't know. Clay is 29, though. Stark is only 20, and it could have just been rookie jitters as to why he didn't perform so well last year, so let's just go ahead and grab him. Let's give him another chance. Let's see if he can earn it. Welcome back, Bradley. As painful as that hurts me to say that. Okay. And Gustavo Mess, there he is. I highly doubt anyone signs him, so I'm not even going to star him. Moving to pitchers. So we have... So Hines is at 8.7 right now, so she's at her price point. Trampleson is at 9.3 at her price point. Bellamy is under. Strudley is under. Stevens is under. Or Stevens is just above. McBenney is just above. So we can go one more round on both of these guys. I'm not worried about them. It's the top guys I'm worried about. So Hines, let's take a close look here. Composed and elite changeup, 2 good traits. She is propped up by those traits, though, and her velocity. Like, she's nothing special on paper. I want to see where Clarissa goes, so let's start her. So we are going to lose a competitive. Okay, so we need a competitive to keep ourselves above board there in that category. So I think the answer here is Trampleson. I think Trampleson is the move. It's going to save us a little bit of money. And it keeps us at the same overall level as well. Plus, it keeps competitive at Tier 2, which is what we want. So, that's good. Okay. So, Hines is out now. I'm not looking to get her. And I'm not going to get Arias or Bellamy. Nor am I going to get the rookie Strudley, although he's solid. So, now it comes down to, do we go get Stevens or McBenney for the last spot on Mayer? Let's check a look at Mayer real quick. Mayer is crafty. Okay, so he needs to be replaced by a crafty player. Otherwise, we will lose all of our boosts on our crafty traits, which is where most of our traits are lined up. Shit. Okay, so that's going to throw a wrinkle into things. Are there any crafty pitchers? There's Elder Dismal, way too expensive. Butler, same thing. Hines is crafty, okay. Mayer. Arias, no. Stevens. That's the winner right there. It's going to be Derek Stevens. He's going to be the one we sign. Hey, Wild Dog, welcome in, buddy. Welcome in. Hope your day has been well. We're in the thick of the offseason trying to keep this team together. We'll go one more round here on this one. All right. So we lost Roberson. All right, so Roberson. There's Withers. Oldman is cut. Okay, he's free agent again. Quinn Kicky, Veranda Bryan goes to the Night Bats, division rival. Javier Strudley, rookie pitchers, going to the Tramplers. Okay, it was? Yeah, mine was good too. Worked overtime today. Had 2 easy calls. Set a new record in personal best for reports read in the single day at 28. Caught our entire squad up by myself. It was wonderful. They're going to be very happy. Did we win? No. No, we did not. We lost 12-10. We kept rallying back when Boston would, like, if Boston would, like, they were up by 2, and then they would, like, score 3 runs in an inning. We would score 3, but we could never get over that last 2-run differential, so we ended up losing just slightly. Burns just didn't have his stuff today. They left him in one batter too long. Once Yoshida hit that home run off him there in the 4th, I knew that the game was over right there. Like, that was just a sign. Good game, though, yes. It was very exciting to watch, but damn shame we couldn't get the win. Hopefully the Yankees lost, because then, if not, the Yankees are in first place again. And everybody loves that. Oh, McIntosh is going to the Night Bats. Shit. Fuck. Of all the teams you could have gone to, you go to a division rival, and our best one at that. Yeah, Eflin? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Eflin's been amazing since we brought him over. I'm glad we went and got him. He's a solid dude. Like, he's not a flashy name. He's not, like, the biggest personality. He just comes in, he does his job, and he goes home. Like, that's the kind of guy we need in the rotation right now, especially with guys keep getting hurt. Just give me a guy who can just go out there and give you 6 innings, keep you in the game. Him and Suarez, man, they both been doing it. Damn, Night Bats are busy this round. They got Rokefort now. Wax Special stays with the False Knights, I believe. Kahua Compton, okay. Reliever goes to the Swampers, god damn it. Tramplers get Tanner Field, ooh, big name there. Nightbats get Gunnar Franco. They finally say goodbye to Stamp Gray there at second base. So they're adding a pitcher. Okay. They also get Peter Herman, rookie closer. Solid rookie closer. Tramplers sign our former starter, Marigold Longstop. Buttercup Jacks goes to the Toucans. Buttercups Jacks. Elizabeth Chapman, reliever to the Trackers. Nightbats get Raymond McLogthrob. Oh, I hate that you got him. His name is so cool. Damn it. Fucking Nightbats, man. They're going to be a pain in the ass again. I can feel it. Nebula Butler to the Toucans. Smash Lafayette to the Beast. That's a big signing for the Beasts. Glass Phi to the Toucans. They also get Dorothy Jones. Remus Velasquez to the Nightbats. Come on, Nightbats. How much money do you have shoved up your butt right now? Oh, my God. How are you able to get all these good players? And the Tramplers get former Thumper Ramon Whitehead. Oh, come on, guys. Just because I saw them in the thing and contemplated signing them doesn't mean I want to see them in the division. Gotta be killing me here. Yeah, if you can see here, Stevens is still really far down the list. I'm confident going another round on him, even if he's at his price point. All right, there goes Lara to the Trackers. Mullins to the Bottlenoses. Thank God, get him out of the division. He was on the Leatherwings, if I remember correctly. Maloney to the Beasts. Shit. Welt Despot to the Nocturnals. Okay. Chess Hicks to the Bottlenoses. Great. Go over there. I don't want to see you in our conference anymore. She was on the Beasts. Fisher Rivers to the Nightbats. God damn it. How do you still have money? Cannon Wright to the Bottlenoses. Tramplers get Baca Island. Of course you do. Ahmed Benia to the Nightbats. Thank God. That's more reasonable. Burnt Majors cut by the Bottlenoses for Fox Good. That's an upgrade there. And they also get Sawyer Romano, the starter. Connor Dyer to the Champs. Colin Reeves to the rookie first baseman to the Riddles. That's a good signing there. He's basically a glorified DH, so the Riddles have their DH of the future. Malik Esquivel to the Bottlenoses. Kale Cisneros to the Beasts. Solid signing there. Quick Instigate to the Bird Lizards. Nicholas Gallagher, the young outfitter, to the Riddles. Amelia Toblum to the Nightbats. Bench catcher. Okay. There's Nathaniel Clay. He goes to the Bottlenoses. CT Hogwash, reliever picked up by the Bird Lizards. And Vern Wang to the Nightbats, replacing Jeannie Roquefort. So they signed Roquefort and then cut her for the rookie reliever, who has reverse splits. I'm not mad. I'm just confused. All right. Where are the rookie pitcher? Here's at 6'9", okay. Drop in velocity, big improvement in junk, a little bit of a drop in accuracy. Curveball's a more useful trait than Metalhead. Oh, damn it. Where is he on the starter list? He is number... There's still a lot of guys in front of him. I can go one more round, I think. Tirehead to the Nocturnals. Okay. Braden Macias to the Gold Coats. Gray Parker to the Swampers bullpen. Abraham Angeles, first baseman to the Nocturnals. Okay. Boxer Mayer, starter to the Thumpers. Okay, they're finally starting to make some moves now. Roquefort to the Swampers, because I think that's the first move the Thumpers have made this offseason. They have a lot of openings. Unless they're out of money. Bionics get Imogen Hines. Okay. Ivana McMaster to the Gold Coats. Bellamy to the Swampers. Nomskull, former Thumper, to the Bards. Thank God he's not in our division. Dismal to the Gold Coats. Donnie Rasmussen to the Champs. Okay, so that was a good chunk of the starters that were available. I think I'm getting a little worried now. Yeah, let's see. There are still a good bit left ahead. He's like 10th on the list, though, so that scares me. I think we should go get him now. Yeah, we'll just pay $100,000 more to get him. That's perfectly fine. I will spend that to upgrade our last spot in the rotation here. Stevens for Mayer, that's the move. It keeps the chemistry where it is, which is what we needed, and we get rid of Jaden Mayer, who was completely inconsistent last year, I will say. He had good moments, and a lot of bad moments as well, unfortunately. All right, that's it. Ooh, Tyler Tang's out here. Former Thumper right there. Finally left the Bottlenoses, I see. All right, let's see how the rest of this shakes out. Where are the rest of our guys going? Martinelli, Garrison, Pollard. There's Flavio Vasquez, Agro, Baca Lee. Thumpers get Mitchell Grouse. I don't like that move. I don't like that move at all. They must be out of money. Cantu to the Knights. Von Wolf to the Dive Bombers. Instigate to the Riddles. Fowler to the Riddles. Coleman to the Bards. Hurls to the Beasts, replacing Briggs Cruz. Okay. Not bad. Thumpers get Ryan McMackey. I don't like that move either. Shane Cruz to the Bionics. The former Thumpers captain has moved across the conference to another team. Bionics are still trying to make their second playoff appearances. I incorrectly misstated this season that they were trying to get their first playoff berth. They were actually going for their second. It would have been their first division title, though, which they unfortunately failed, and they missed the playoffs. Bento Farley to the Gold Coats. Grant to the Riddles. Hackett to the Leatherwings. God damn it, that's a good move. Hector Lowe to the Trackers. Flutter Khan to the Trackers. Rookie McBenney to the Below Zeros. I'm glad I signed Hudson now because he would have, or I signed Stevens now. He would have been gone this round. I guarantee the Below Zeros would have picked him. Rod Henderson to the Below Zeros. Suarez to the Riddles. Lowe to the Below Zeros. Benton to the Below Zeros. Trejo, September Potts to the Thumpers. Ugh. They are definitely going down in quality, that's for sure. Still waiting to see where the rest of our guys go, and then we'll sim the rest of the offseason once that happens. There's Jock to the Thumpers. Ugh. Let's get Beefly Buckley. I do not like any of the roster moves they are making. They are getting torn apart limb from limb. Nothing in round 20, it appears. Or no, there was 2 in round 19. McMahon and Winkelson. There goes Schmidt for Parasi. Parasi's still kicking at 40. He's still here. There goes Arias. She's picked up by the Beast. She'll be in their God damn it, that's a division rival. Fuck. Vic Kerr to the Bards. Okay. Nixon to the Tramplers. Steele to the Bottlenoses. And Portillo to the Bards. There goes Swing Mustard. He's going to the Dive Bombers. He's going across conference. Okay. See you later, Swing. Compton to the Dive Bombers. Diaz to the Nocturnals. Sosa to the Nocturnals. Downs to the False Knights, replacing Barnett. Dropkin to the Dive Bombers. Andrade to the Nocturnals. Philip Roden to the False Knights, replacing Went Quinn. And MacDonald is going to the False Knights as well. She'll replace backup catcher Warden to Orange. Okay. Gray goes to the Bards. So does Ayers and Tucker. Hoots Love is cut for Weston Ryu and the Beast. Myra French replaced by Amir Garrett on the Champs. They also get Tyrone Kirk. Greer to the Dive Bombers. Conrad to the Nocturnals. Raymond to the Champs. Walls to the Nocturnals. And Lobster to the Nocturnals. Do I have anybody else left, or am I just making shit up at this point? Oh, Jaden Mayer. He's going to be here a while. I think it's just Mayer, right? Yeah, it's literally just Jaden Mayer. Okay. And he is not going to get signed this offseason. He is not getting signed. As I figured would happen. Nope, he's still a free agent. He's still out there. Poor man. He is $500,000 under his price. Nobody wants it. That's what he was making for us last year. But all right, that is going to do it for the offseason, everybody. We can go ahead and sim up to our first game, which will be against our division rivals, the Leatherwings. It will not be a doubleheader to open the season. We'll play the Leatherwings first at home. Then we'll play the Riddles at home, the Gold Coats at home. And then we'll play the Dive Bombers on the road, which means we will get to see Swing Mustard in Game 4 of the season with rookie pitcher Derek Stevens. Okay, I'm excited to see how this new look team's going to do. Oh, we do play the Thumpers this year, but it's in the part that we have to sim. I so badly want to make an exception to that rule, but I can't. I have to stick by my guns there. Damn it. So we won't get to see the Thumpers this year, but they have been torn apart. Basically, the team that I signed is no longer together. I can guarantee you that. We do have a doubleheader against the Beasts this year, it looks like. We also have... That's it, actually. That's the only doubleheader we have this season. Okay. All right, solid schedule. I like it. All right, let's sim up to the first game here real quick, and then we'll give you a quick rundown of how we did the Raw off-season this year. Dive Bombers win 5-3 to start the season. Thumpers taking on the Tramplers here. 2-2 to extras. They lose in 13 innings, 3-2 as the Tramplers hold on to win. Beasts win a pitcher's duel against the Riddles 2-1. And the Below Zeros absolutely slap around the Nocturnals. They win 13-4. That was an ass-kicking and a half right there. All right, so our first matchup of the year, we'll place the Leather Wings. On the mound for them is Sonny Boone, K-Collector, and Choker. On the mound for us, our ace, Justin Marshall, who still does not have any traits. And now I'll give you a quick rundown of the schedule real quick and the roster moves we made as we set the lineup for opening day here. This is a very deep lineup, I've just realized. Oh my god. Yeah, Peterson bat 9. Yeah, Chernley bat 8, Peterson 9. Okay, perfect. Alright, that's the lineup we'll roll with. It'll be Hamilton leading off at shortstop. Mason, the rookie, Silas Mason, will be catching. Atlas Good will be at first base. Barneswell will be at third. Bradley Stark returns. He'll be in right. Xander Curran center. Aisha Kaboots at second. Chernley will DH, and Peterson will bat 9th in left. All right, let's give you a quick rundown of the offseason, guys, and then we'll call it a night. Let's have a look. So, obviously, we did have a couple openings. 3 players did leave the test free agency. Backup catcher Lilith MacDonald, starter Clarissa Arias, and also right fielder Bradley Stark. So, of those moves, we did bring back Bradley Stark. He is still out here in right field. We did replace Clarissa Arias with original thumper Piper Trampleson. If you remember back to our very first episode, she was our number 4 starting pitcher. She's now progressed all the way up from a B- to a B+ through the first 5 years. And she has lost her choker trait. She still has composed, and she lost choker. So, very good development here from Trampleson. Never found that 5th pitch, though, unfortunately. She still throws 3 fastballs and a slider. That's the only downside to her, I think. But she's pretty well-rounded across the board. And then for the other roster move to replace Lilith MacDonald, we went out and got rookie catcher. I believe he's a rookie. Let me check that. He is Piper Villa, 24-year-old. He has a better arm than MacDonald without the cannon arm factored in. His fielding's a little bit down, but he's a faster runner, and he's a more well-rounded hitter compared to MacDonald, who was just a pure contact hitter. We do lose her rally starter and cannon arm traits, but we do pick up a stealer trait, which actually boosts our crafty traits. And it'll be tier 3, so if Via gets on, hey, we're going to steal some bases. So then we also made a couple moves to tweak the roster. We did decide to move on from catcher Swing Mustard. We got a more well-rounded rookie, 22-year-old Silas Mason. He'll be the new primary catcher moving forward. He actually is a third-year player. I thought he was a rookie. Started on the Below Zeros, batted only 157 his rookie year, and then in his sophomore year only hit 217, and they gave up on him. So that means Mason has potential. He just hasn't lived up to it. Okay. So this is another Gingham Hamilton story, possibly. I like it. I like it a lot. We get 6 years younger. We get a more well-rounded player. A little bit of a drop-off in the hitting ratings compared to Mustard, but speed is much, much higher. Fielding is better by a wide margin, and the arm is also leagues above Mustard. So, then moving down the list, we also decided to get rid of Gustavo Mess, the backup third baseman, our pinch hitter, who did nothing all of last season. He went 0 for 7 in all his pinch hit opportunities in regular season and postseason. We decided to go out and get young infielder Bingo Anubis, who is coming off a rookie campaign that saw him be a part of the bench of the Below Zeros and the Bird Lizards, where he went 2 for 12 off the bench. He didn't get a whole lot of playing time, so he has basically nothing for me to go off of other than that he's a good fielder for his good defensive sub late in games to play second or third, and he's got tough outs, so he could be a suitable pinch hitter. Moving down the list, everyone else is still sticking around here. We did contemplate replacing Xander Kerr. There were no good options that were like younger and not too much of a drop-off compared to Kerr's ability, so he is still here. Bradley Stark, we re-signed, obviously moving to the starting rotation. After Piper Trampleson, we did decide to move on from rookie Jaden Mayer, who just didn't have it last year, so we went and got a new rookie to replace him, Derek Stevens. 20-year-old lefty, has elite curveball. He's got good stuff, velocity and junk-wise. Accuracy leaves a little bit to be desired, slightly below average, but I think he can develop into a solid pitcher. And then the bullpen remains completely untouched from last year. It's still Richards, Dontas, Benson, Benitez, and Lim. So those are the moves we've made. We've gotten a little bit younger at key areas. We're still majority of the same team we were last year. Let's see if we can live up to expectations again and defend our title in year number 3 here in control of the Furry Flyers organization. That is going to do it for me tonight, guys. A quick reminder, this series will be taking a back seat now to the Cutters and the Platypi series, which will be at the forefront of the channel for the foreseeable future, as those two are currently in the middle of the season. Platypi, of course, are nearing the end of their year 2 regular season, and then they have the playoffs. Cutters also nearing the end of their second year as well. They were also approaching the playoffs as well. So those two series will take the forefront for the foreseeable future. And then once all of them are caught up, we get through their respective off seasons, everybody will start with a fresh slate at the same time from the opening day mark. Alrighty. But that is going to do it for me tonight, guys. If you made it this deep, thank you so much for sticking around. I appreciate the support as always. If you haven't already, hit the follow and or subscribe buttons down below here on Twitch to be notified next time I go live. And if you haven't already over on YouTube, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. Link to Twitch will be down in the description below if you guys want to come over and watch the games live before they're posted. And also follow me over on this platform as well if you so choose. Shout out to Wild Dog for tuning in and chatting with me during the stream. Appreciate it, buddy. Happy to hear from you as always. And everyone else, I'll catch you on the next one. Until then, this is the Nasty One, signing off. Have a wonderful day, evening, or afternoon, wherever you guys may be.